Hello. Come closer. What brings you here into the cave? Oh, you heard I was streaming it on Twitch. Thank you for coming then. I really appreciate it. But did you know that I'm what's hey guys, what's up? We're doing scary stories today. It's a running gag that every episode the intro gets worse, and it's definitely not unprofessionalism. It's definitely on purpose. So last week, we told horrible, gripping tales of pre-existing fictional properties that are owned by other companies. And this week, we'll do the same. Let's do some scary stories. Have you heard the tale of the woman who went to Mexico to get a pet dog but came back with a rat? Oh, you've heard that tale. Have you heard the story of the girl with a green necklace? It's a green scarf, and when you pull it, her head comes off. Oh, you have heard that tale. Well, then surely you've heard the tale of Poppin' Gamer. This is a twist off. I'm trying to use a bottle opener. Guess I should try twisting it before I use the bottle opener. Fool. You have said what's poppin', gamer. Which is the funny thing that I got you to say. I am drinking an elixir of pure terror and carnage. It's Frosty's root beer. It is not my first choice root beer, but it is pretty good. I don't know if I should say who is or what is. What is, I don't know what that means. Okay, we're gonna get started doing some stories. God, this music's... Why isn't I playing scary music? I wanted to play good music. I want to listen to Loverboy. I can't think of a funny band. Okay, are we ready to get on with it? Are we ready? Is everybody ready? I feel like every time I am about to do one of these, I die and forget what I'm doing. Like I'm a new person every time. That's fun. Before we start, how is my audio mix? Is it good? Could be better? It only matters that I am louder than my music. It's scary. It's frighteningly good. We will start with the most terrifying of tales. It's about... It's about a horrifying little creature. You are Princess Peach. You, Mario, Daisy, Luigi, Toadette, Rosalina, and Mayor Pauline are all going on vacation. You're going to a delightful island resort where you can all relax, and it's definitely different than Super Mario Sunshine's plot. But as you all sit in the ocean, sipping on tropical drinks, waiting on the back of your surfboards, waiting for the instructor, something floats up to Mario's board. It's a severed hand.
What is this?
Asks Luigi.
Is it a ghost? Or is it
He pauses.
a mermaid?
Mario looks on in abject horror. He knows what happened. The mermaids have been attacking his friend's vacation. They've taken their own lives by the 100, drowning them in the process. And now they're coming after him. Mario screams for his friends to take refuge in the cabana. But before the words even escape his lips, a tentacle smashes through the roof of the cabana and engulfs the group inside. Mer people drown everyone in the pool, pull them down into the sand, and take their lives. How terrifying. I need to check Windows sound. For some reason, my microphone sensitivity is super low. Now it should be better. All of the Koopas and Toads in the pool and cabana float up to the top of the ocean, lifeless. Only the Mario Bros and the Princess remain, as well as a few Goombas, Koopa Troopas, Lakitus, and Buzzies that survive to make up the rest of the human team. Obviously, this is in the Super Mario Strikers universe. I keep getting distracted by Discord messages. I can't. Why is it not work? Okay, there we go. My scary music has ended. No, there it goes. Princess Peach cries. The death surrounding them is too much. Mario dives down to see if he can see the culprits, but a blue fin smashes through his skull, killing him and seeing the others and sending the others into mourning. The merfolk have returned to their underwater home to eat, breed, and make more mermen. Luigi knows this must be the end. He descends in the water to reach the merman cave. The eel from Super Mario 64 grabs him and pulls him underwater. He struggles to breathe and quickly panics. You can do nothing except watch as the eel swims around in the cave, strangling the helpless Luigi with its tentacles. I don't think that's how eels work. I don't think eels have any appendages whatsoever, but that's fine. This is a fictional story. Princess Peach wades at the top of the waves, knowing she's the only one left. She swims for the shore, hoping to find safety. But the mermen swim out, snatching her up. He carries his prey out to the open water and drowns the princess with his cousins. No, you scream. What? The princess screams as water fills her throat. But she kicks out and makes it into the cave. She sees the horrifying truth. Her friends are dead. The mermen have returned to their underwater home. The bluefin no doubt identifying them as the ones who caused the death of their brethren. Princess Peach gasps as she sees the merman family eating the corpses of her friends. The mermen look at Peach and laugh. One of them, a younger merman with a great big nose, walks up to her. "Tell us, human, why were you on our sacred island?" he asks. Princess Peach, through tears, says, "We just wanted to go on vacation. We didn't want to hurt anyone." The merman laughs. "You two are the one who killed my cousins. Do you think I don't know what you're planning? Do you actually think that we will listen to a human's lies?" The merman thrusts his... I forgot what those things are called. Trident at Princess Peach. But she dodges. And grabs onto a nearby rock. The merman swims forward with the spear, grabbing her by the forearm with his great snout. The merman pulls the spear toward him with his mouth, biting down on it. Princess Peach punches the merman on the top of his head, breaking his teeth on the spear. He spits out the broken spear and grabs her in his fist, squeezing her from all sides with great strengths. I'm going to crush your bones. Watch, roars the merman. Princess Peach kicks the merman in the stomach, but he grabs her leg and flings her onto the sand. The merman runs towards her and grabs her by the hair, swiping her head off. Her headless body lies motionless in the sun. The other mermen break into laughter. The big-nosed merman swims forward, grabbing her by the neck. He looks at his snout and smiles, revealing a mouth filled with teeth. He puts the body in the water and pushes the defenseless girl under. Well, that sucks. Thanks for reading my fan fiction. The end. AI dungeon. What a thing this is. Thank you for reading my fan fiction. All right, let's get the second one queued up. By the way, at any time during this you can submit a donation or a sub, and I will inject it into the story. Names will probably be better. Doesn't have to be a character from the property. If I'm doing Seinfeld and you wanted to put Master Chief in it, you could do that. So we've finished the Princess Peach story. Did not go how I thought it would, but that's how AI Dungeon works. I'm just grooving to this music, to be honest. No time for that, Goku. Okay, let's do the second story. Get ready to get really mad at me. By the way, this episode could be really long because I have a lot of prompts, or it could be super short. I'm not sure. It all depends on how the AI decides to do things. You are Pinkie Pie. Your friends are Rarity, Twilight Sparkle, Fluttershy, Applejack, and Rainbow Dash. You recently have been having trouble sleeping. Every time you go to sleep, you experience weird visions that stir you from your sleep. But when you wake up, you don't remember anything weird. Tonight you are going into your dream, but not waking. You will take a sleeping pill. You will take a few sleeping pills so that you can see what is actually haunting your dreams and causing this unrest. It could be something psychological. Or it could be a sleep demon. Written by Cat Prog on February 30th, 2016. And this page is yet to be reviewed. February only has 28 months. Isn't that terrifying? The first thing you notice is the moon. Pinky looks at the golden orb in the sky. Ooh, pretty, she says. That's all she says. This music is rocking. AI, you're gonna have to do better than that. I'm sorry. I want to make a wish. She slowly walks over to the tree and sits in the middle of the rug. She closes her eyes and begins to concentrate. I don't hear any wings. Just then, the sound of wings flapping. It's Princess Luna. It's snowing, you say. A flurry of snow begins to fall from the sky. Oh, it's a cold night, Luna remarks. The snow falls and falls, and eventually the snow begins burying the town. I didn't spell burying right. I'm in my late 20s and I don't know how to spell burying. As far as the eye can see. Oh no, you say. I was saving the town from a blizzard. But nothing but snow and ice can be seen. Time to stop the blizzard. Pinky calls out for Applejack to help with winter wrap-up. That's right. I'm actually using actual references from a show that I actually watched. For some reason. At first, the Apple Bloom is reluctant to do so, but after a few encouraging words, she helps gather up apples that have fallen on the ground and place them in the trench. Pinky screams. The snow! It's still coming! The Apple Bloom. The Apple Bloom takes a look at the sky. The snow continues to fall. Pinky screams, but her throat is full of snow. The clouds have drawn closer, blotting out the moon. The wind picks up. The blizzard has reached its peak. Why does this music keep getting louder? That should be good. Pinkie Pie drowns in snow. But just before her death awakens her, she sees a shadowy figure. She jolts awake. Golly! That was crazy. But am I actually awake? I took 20 sleeping pills. She looks around. Wow, I'm really dizzy. She looks at the tree and repeatedly slams her head into it. Applejack appears.
Land sakes, Pinkie Pie. You're supposed to do that with your flank.
She sees you confused.
That's another reason why I don't go sleeping in the trees. I'm most certainly not lucid enough to help her. Help your...
Pinkie Pie stops bashing her head on the tree. She stands up and dusts herself off.
I must have fallen asleep while gathering apples. I'm so sorry, Applejack. I'll leave right away.
Pinkie rushes home. Strange. She remembers going to sleep in her bed. But as she walks in to Sugar Cube Corner, I actually remember a lot more about the show than I thought I did. As soon as she walks into Sugar Cube Corner, all she sees is blood. Can you go away, please? A lot of it. More blood than she's seen in a long time. She looks at her flank and notices a gash, but it isn't bleeding profusely anymore.
Huh? Where'd this gash come from?
She turns around and sees a blue stallion with a white mane and tail.
Fluttershy, what's going on? Why is there so much blood?
You don't answer. I guess I'm Fluttershy. Fluttershy looks shy. She finally makes eye contact with Pinkie, and then immediately looks down.
Oh my, we think we're both dead.
Pinkie doesn't answer. She looks around. There's Rarity, lying on the ground with her chest cut open.
Rarity, Pinkie cries.
Her friend has been murdered. It's almost too much to bear. Then Pinkie exclaims loudly,
"This must be a dream."
You nod. This must all be a bad dream. Still, she's dead serious. She runs up to her body. Rarity! Fluttershy trots over. Fluttershy examines the corpse. Pretend I put an E in there.
Oh my, she's been murdered. I must tell the sheriff. Sheriff? Why would you need a sheriff for a single dead pony? Says
Pinkie Pie?
This is a crime scene.
Pinkie Pie licks the wound to see if she can taste a clue.
What? What are you doing that for? I'm using my investigation skills. You're what now?
You hear a noise. Upstairs, a crash.
Everyone looks up. Fluttershy gulps. We should probably find out what that was. You nod. Okay. You all head upstairs. You see a knife. Blood. The lights are out. But you can see someone jumping out the window. Now, the four of you are left alone in the dark house. Fluttershy points up. There's been another crash. They're still up there. What should we do? I mean, I just told you they're not up there, but okay, Applejack asks. What should we do? Applejack asks. We could, I don't know, hide, says Rarity. Maybe they won't find us. Or we could find out what's going on, suggests Fluttershy. Rarity, you're dead! Exclaims Pinkie Pie. I'm not really dead, you crazy. I wanna, I don't know, help take out the bad guy or whatever is going around here. Pinkie Pie saw the corpse. She licked her blood. There was no pulse. Or at least, she thinks there was no pulse. They all rush upstairs. They see a shadowy figure. Right, they see a shadow running out of the window by the door. But when they run up to investigate, the blinds are closed, and there is no one to be found. What should you do? Fluttershy says they should split up. Ask the townsfolk of Ponyville if they've seen anything suspicious. Fuck off, AI Dungeon. I'll go with Fluttershy. She's better at talking to ponies. I'll go with Applejack. She's better at talking to apples. Applejack arrives at the sheriff's office. I need to talk to the sheriff. Who are you? I'm the sheriff of this town, says a pony in a uniform. Why, it's ha ha ha. It's you. Yeah, it's me. How have you been? Not as much fun as when I was chasing you, sure. What do you need? Applejack says, there's been a murder in Ponyville. Oh man, this is not good. Who was murdered? Well, it was a mare. She had her chest cut open. I looked all over for the sheriff, but I guess you took his place. Yeah, I did. I can't exactly walk around town. Applejack is puzzled. What did you say your name was again? I didn't. Don't you know who I am? Can't say that I do. I'm the Bandit of Dodge, but you can call me Applejack. I'm Applejack, says Applejack. Not you. She points at you. I'm your best friend. A strange expression comes over over Sheriff Moses' face, one you're not sure you like. It's very sad and twisted. Just then, a flash. The knife is buried in Applejack. In Applejack's chest. She makes a gurgling sound before dying. She's dead. Turn around and see a man with a sardonic smile. He fades into the shadow of the sheriff's office. We return to Fluttershy, who is investigating another pile of clothes in the street. Found something. What is it? Well, I'm not sure. It's 1,000 pieces of clothes. I think they're clothes. Fluttershy smells the clothing. It smells like flowers. I'm guessing it's clothes, but I don't think it's clothes anymore. How do you know? You may be wrong. Fluttershy picks up what might be a shirt and puts it in her saddlebag. Meanwhile, Rarity is back at Sugar Cube Corner. Sugar Cube Corner, the only place in all of Ponyville you can get a cup of coffee that isn't terrible. Fluttershy arrives at the church. The doors are locked. How does any pony get into church? Wait. No, I'm scrapping that. Why would any pony close church on Sunday? Fluttershy asks. It's not the busiest day of the week. Come on. We can take a look through the windows. The two of you crouch behind a bush and look at the church. Fluttershy and Pinky. Wait. Fluttershy looks through the plane. No, wait. Paint. Is it pane glass? Pane glass window. While Pinky wraps her hoof in cloth. Pinky punches through the $1,200 window. And Fluttershy screams. It's not very big inside, is it? I saw something. What? What did you see? I saw her. Who? Muffin's mother. She was in some kind of dress, I guess. Oh, I don't want to talk about it. Okay. But we really gotta get all the info we can on the murder, Pinky says. I'm sorry. You arrive at Mayor Dark's manor. There is a carriage outside. We gonna get a lift somewhere? The mayor. No, wait. The mayor exits the carriage. It seems you've come to me with this matter. I'll need to report this to my wife. Of course. I'll meet you inside. Pinky and Fluttershy enter the manor. It's old, but opulent. I spelled that wrong. There are cobwebs, but the... Didn't spell that right. I didn't spell that right either. Sophistication. Wow, I got that really wrong. Nobody show my English teachers from middle school. The cobwebs are... Wait, there are cobwebs, but the sophistication is unmatched. Why is there a carriage outside? Fluttershy asks. Well, it's not like they're the only pony that wants to talk to the mayor about important issues. Fluttershy looks sad, but Pinky gets right to the point. We need to solve this murder now, Pinky exclaims. Fluttershy wait. I thought you said you didn't know who murdered the mayor. I don't know. Who do you think it was? I don't. Tell me. Tell me now, Pinkie Pie. Well, I think Griffin did it, but I don't really know. What makes you think that? I don't know. I just think it was a griffin. Don't know why, really. Why do you think that? Because oh, Pinkie Pie. That's racial profiling. What? It's not. It's common sense. Griffins are red, have a beak like a bird, and fly around at night. Plus, it's the only answer. Fluttershy turns and thinks. For a moment. I suppose my guess would be the vampire. Really? Why? Because the blood was drained from a poniard? And do you know how a vampire would get a hold of a poniard? No, he wouldn't. The mayor exits the manor to speak with you. Is this about what I think it is? Yes. Then we have no time to dilly-dally. Mayor, I don't know anything like that. I just came to give my support for the festival. I mean, I could prepare a speech, but I don't really want to waste my time. We return to Applejack, who has just found... Oh wait, Applejack died. Never mind. I forgot. Twilight Sparkle enters the town. Unaware of the horrors contained within. The trio spot her and position themselves to speak with her. Oh no, Pinky cries. It's the pony detective. Get ready for trouble, Sugar Cube. Oh, that's cold. Applejack dies and you steal her catchphrase? Twilight. Demands. They all remain calm. They will all get a good night's sleep and return here in the morning. The case may be solved by then. Well, that's just dandy. I just came here to see the mayor. Doesn't matter if I sleep anyway. Why are you in Ponyville, Twilight? I heard there'd been a murder and was deployed by Celestia to find out who did it. Twilight answers. Hey, that's my line, Pinky says. I'm not a very physical detective. I rely on logic and guesswork. I try to narrow down suspects by questioning everyone. But tonight, we must rest. Because tomorrow will be the hardest day of our lives. I have interrogated everyone, and tonight we shall spend the evening in each other's company. We shall talk as friends and enjoy each other's conversation. The ponies rally in the mayor's living room. They all slumber on the bed, but Pinkie Pie remains restless. She sits in a chair and watches them. Is it over, she asks. Do you know who killed that pony? No one answers. Pinkie Pie begins to nod off. She sees someone with a blade, but she doesn't know if she's asleep yet. Suddenly, there's a flurry of whispers. Guess who? Pinkie says. Pinkie's here. She stands up and makes her way through the crowd of unknowing ponies to you. Hello? She sits beside you and looks at the group. They're sleeping. Good. But what if they're dreams? She could pry into their secrets, if only for a little while. Pinkie. Pinkie's eyes open. Everyone in the room is dead. She closes her eyes. Everyone in the room is alive. She snaps them open. Everyone in the room is dead. She stands up. The crowd stirs and gurgles, but don't wake up. She dances around the room. Her eyes open, and her friends applaud as she dances, crying, throwing flowers. Pinkie closes her eyes. Their corpses rot. She closes her eyes. A standing ovation. She closes her eyes. A funeral. For a mass grave. Ponyville sleeps. The mayor was the last one awake. She stands and leaves the manor, head held low. She looks up at the sky. It's still dark. The murderer strikes. A scream. You can hear one far away, then nothing. The clock on the manor tower strikes. 3 in the morning. It's been 5 hours since the last scream. These are dark times. 7 a.m. All of the ponies awaken. Twilight Sparkle stands on top of the couch. We are all gathering in the dining room. What's going on? You ask groggily. I don't know, but we have to find out what's going on. All of the ponies stand up and walk to the dining room. They make note of those who have not joined them. Then they take their seats. Mayor Mare stands at the end of the table, a grave expression on her face. Is Pinkie Pie awake yet? She asks. I'm here, Pinkie Pie says, walking in. I didn't know we were waiting for someone. Hello, every pony, Mayor says. All of the ponies stand up and walk to the dining room. They make naught of those who have not joined them, and they take their seats. Mayor Mare stands at the end of the table, a grave expression on her face. Pinkie? Are you sure you're awake? You ask. You were sleeping very soundly when I left. I'm awake. Well, let's get on with it, shall we? Twilight lays down the clues. She is exhibiting behavior she's read in books of Pearl and Nancy Drew, Sherlock Holmes, and all of her favorite detective shows. She examines the case from every angle. They have all of the evidence, but still, no culprit. Pinkie closes her eyes. She awakens, screaming. She knows the murderer. The one who mocked and rejected her, but still, she accepts him into the group. I must find out why. Who, Pinkie? Who is the murderer? Twilight shouts. Who could have killed these ponies? I must find out, I shout. Fluttershy looks pissed. No, Pinkie. You must tell us. You can't keep them safe. Yes, I can. I must find out who killed them. No, you don't, Applejack says. You must need to calm down, Sway. Applejack? But you're dead, says Rarity. So are you, says Applejack. I'm telling you, I must find out who killed these ponies, Applejack says. was Apple Spice Midget? What? How do you know? When I was murdered, I saw their face. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, sure. That's too much. Applejack sighs. I can't go to the spirit world if you don't stop them. Apple Spice. She sobs. The rest of the ponies cry with her. They hold her and pat her back. All but one. I must find out who murdered these ponies. The one not patting Applejack's back was Fluttershy. Now she walks over and puts her arm around her. It's going to be all right, you know. The lights go out. Oh no, Mare cries. Twilight, where are you? I'm right here, says the purple unicorn. The lights return to normal. Applejack and Rarity are gone. I shall find you, says Applejack, and I'll make you pay, murderer. A pony in a mask walks out of the manor. One word comes to mind. Creepy. A scream, a thump, 2 screams, 3 screams. The screams get louder as the thumping gets quieter. Twilight rushes out of the manor to find the murderer standing in front of her. She screams. He looks at her, then back at the manor. Twilight tackles the murderer. They roll on the ground, screaming. Let me go. You're going to pay for killing all of my friends. The murderer screams as he turns to reveal a pony face. It's you. You're the murderer. No, I'm not. I would never. You're lying. You're horrible, evil pony. Twilight's hoof stomps your face. I knew it was you. Twilight kicks you in the stomach. You fall back laughing. Ha! Got you. No, I didn't. She just suspected me of something silly. You're the murderer. Twilight shoots a beam at the murderer. It goes through their stomach. Ah, you're killing me, you crazy unicorn. They roll on the ground in pain. I have proof I'm not the murderer. I was out looking for clues. Bullshit, says Twilight. Another beam hits their heart. Blood rushes through their teeth. I know who the murderer is. It's you. No, they whine. The main six all surround them, preparing to kill them. The blood is flowing out of their mouth through a twisted and dark smile. Okay. Okay, I did it. I killed them all. Who? Asked Fluttershy. The ghost. He comes at night. He was watching me when I went into the trees. Pinkie Pie gasps. The ghosts of the old oak tree? I knew it. I told everyone there was a ghost living in that tree. No, it was me. I wanted to see if the rumors were true, and they are. Twilight looks down at the murderer. Tell us your name. I want to know what to put on the tombstone. I'm sorry, my name's... They laugh. Brendan, pony boy. Brendan who? Asks Rarity. Brendan the unicorn. Rarity shakes her head. How original. The unicorns fire beams throughout What? The unicorns fire beams throughout Brendan's body. I just realized Rainbow Dash wasn't in this at all. Fire beams through Brendan's body. The earth ponies stomp until nothing but pulp. The others take on the other monsters in the forest, finish them off in the most gruesome way. The forest is quiet. The earth around you is bloody and dead. Oh, pony boy. Rainbow Dash returns from the grocery store. She brought everything for the wake that followed the funerals. I can't believe you did it, she says. She put down a bag. Look what I got. She pulls out some rum to dull the pain. Pinkie Pie looks up.
Could you die?
Hey, can we go to IKEA? I need to pick up a jungle skog.
Thank you, Disabled Bell. A what? A jungle skog? She pulls out some rum to dull the pain. Pinkie Pie looks up at the church. I even got a jungle skog from IKEA, Rainbow Dash says. Pinkie's eyes dart toward the broken window. Is any of this real?
Pinky sighs. Twilight comes behind Pinky, giving her a styrofoam cup of coffee. You'll be okay, kid. Drink this. I love you, Pinky. Pinkie Pie takes a sip of her coffee. I love you too, Pony Boy. Pinky smells the coffee. Is there rum in this? Twilight laughs. We'll be okay, Pinky. The girl sits around the table in the middle of the village. They lost 2 more voices during the battle. What? One was from striking an Arat ghost with a fireball. Pinky, put your new 3DS away. This is a wake, Fluttershy says. Pinky looks out at a hole in the church roof. Maybe she can sleep tonight. The end. Of the world is coming. The sun rises in the sky, a red sun. It will scorch the earth, turn it into a desert. The end. Okay. God. This is the story that will never end. Ooh. Smidge, get the fuck off of there. What do y'all think? Was that a chilling tale? It was the tale that will never fucking end. You are Pinkie Pie. Ugh. They changed the water in my city this week and it tastes fucking awful. I can't tell if Chad is joking or not, but... Okay. Our next one was, we might have to go a little bit shorter for these next ones because there's still a lot left. I'm gonna be right back. Okay. Wait, would Lily be... I don't know. I pictured Lily as a unicorn, to be honest. We're bringing back the My Little Pony fandom in 2020.
but it's going to be specifically for this new edgy storyline that we've started. Using AI dungeon. Oh, don't do that. Would Lily kill me if I said that they're a Twilight Sparkle? Okay. Kirkland? Curled? Okay, let's do a dungeon. That was a real frightening tale, right? Wasn't it? Oh fuck. Well, let's do 30-second ad break so that Travis Scott doesn't interrupt. Who wants to do a poll to decide what next? What next? I'm going to put very vague terms in the poll. Okay, there's going to be very vague terms in the poll. It's going to be a 2-minute long poll. I need a transcript for the Travis Scott meal. You are Travis Scott. You have a quarter pounder with lettuce, pickles, and onions. These are your fries. You dip them in the barbecue sauce. I don't know what you think you are doing here, but I am not a tourist. I live in this town. This is my home, he says to you. You scream in terror. No, wait. Travis Scott, who is small for some reason, dips his fries in the barbecue sauce. He looks at you and then back to his food. This is my house, he says. This is where I belong. You run out of McDonald's just before it collapses. The police say there were no bodies inside the McDonald's. They doubt if anyone survived, but they do not know for sure. You look at the ruins of the building in front of you. You know what you have to do. Travis has the right idea. You dip your fries in the barbecue sauce. That's my sprite. You walk inside the barbecue sauce covered building. I found a new house to live in. One of the girls working there notices you and shouts something. You look at her. You look and see her pointing at you. You feel nervous all of a sudden. Your heart beats fast. She takes a deep breath. It's me, you know, the other me. She gives you a weak smile. It disappears as soon as it appears. She looks nervous as well. Travis Scott's voice echoes over the intercom. Amanda, the bun man is here. What bun man? He's the cool one with the bun in his hair. He's the only one who gets to keep the buns. I can't believe this fucking shitpost that was supposed to be 1 sentence long is legitimately better than any other story we've ever done. You scratch your chin. Who is the bun man? I think you've confused me with someone else. No, I haven't. I don't know what you're talking about. Look, I have to get back to work. You sneak into the employees only section of the restaurant. There are a few plates on the shelf with old food on them. A rat walks by. You step back in surprise. The thought that you have to throw out old food makes you feel sick. You hear a voice. It's Ronald. No. Ronald is not here. It's another you. He looks a lot different now, doesn't he? There is another you here. Another you who works here. Who are you? You say. You feel a sharp pain in your head. Someone just shot you. I am the man who is going to save you. Your vision begins to blacken. You hear beats fast and then stops. You awaken, chained up. The blood of your wound plugged by fries. Standing over your body is a man with a bushy beard. He wears a cowboy hat and a white apron. I'm your bun man. What? Who are you? Bun man pulls out an ornamental dagger and slices an old dirty buns and puts it in his mouth. I'm the man who's going to save you. The man plunges his dagger into your chest, but no blood comes out. Then, the deep red pours from your wound. It smells of copper. It smells sweet. It smells of smoke. You look up at the bun man. He smiles. The bun man pulls out his dagger and throws it away. I'm the man who is going to save you. I'm not hungry. You scream. How can he save you? He's killing you. But from the hole emerges. It's him. It's the bun man. I'm the one who's going to save you. You're killing me. He smiles. The last bit of your life fades from your eyes. You jolt awake. from your wound. A birth. The gash in your chest gives life. I dip them, says the bun man. That's my Sprite, says a voice. A small, plastic man emerges from your wound. It's Travis Scott. I dip them in buttermilk and then in honey mustard sauce, he says. No! It's not right! You dip them in the barbecue sauce! The bun man weeps. You were supposed to save us. This is unholy. This is sacrilege. You are in an old rundown house. What is this? You sit up. The wind blows through the cracks in the wall. It's cold. You look around and see a room full of toys. Was I dreaming? You look up at the TV and see Travis Scott. He's dipping his fries. But in what? His mouth hangs open. Then the plastic man appears out of the TV. Bun man, what are you doing? I'm saving you. Why? I'm your savior. Travis Scott turns the sauce packet toward the camera. You see, plain as day. Plain as day. The words special sauce written on it. Because that dip was good. That sauce was hot. It's your friend. It's the... No, it can't be. On the ingredients section of the special sauce, it has only one. Your blood. You have died and gone to hell. The bun man has saved the other you. He is promoted to regional manager. Sicko Mode is one of the most downloaded songs of all time. Travis begins a role as a hip-hop artist. Your existence is the lowest of the low. You are the bottom of the food chain. The end. You decided to turn this story into a game with this ending. Thank Travis for Travis, everybody. Okay, let's do an actual one. Let's see what the poll was. That was the holy shit. What the fuck was that? I feel like my body was just taken over for a few minutes by Travis Scott. Stop saying that was so scary. I know you're lying. Okay. What are the results? The winner was video game. Then mouse. Those are the only ones that received any votes. So let's do video game. It's weird to say that Travis Scott story was probably the one that's closest to how I actually write stories. Oh my god. That's true. The Bun Man. It's the Fortnite Bun Man. What's his name? I dip them in the barbecue sauce. By the way, I'm changing it. Prices are now $1 or more. And or 100 bits or more. Okay. No, you don't understand. That was always there's only one Travis Scott. There are two U's. I'm just fixing the UI in media res. Oh look, it's a website. You should go to that website. Wouldn't that be crazy? What if we kissed on my website? I am going to save you. I am going to save you. I dip my fries in the barbecue sauce. I dip my fries in the barbecue sauce. I dip my fries in the barbecue sauce. Okay. Copy. Pasta. You are the gamer. You have just purchased a used store copy of Crash Bandicoot game from Blockbuster as they are closing. You place it in your console and push the on button. The screen lights up with images of Crash Bandicoot. You go into the first level. Crash is escaping Neo Cortex, but Cortex and his minions seem to have more malice on their faces than normal. Crash begins walking away from the camera. He jumps over a chasm, eats 10 Wumpa fruits, then crushes a box. But when you turn him toward the camera, his face looks tired, worried. Something is wrong with his copy of Crash Bandicoot. Something supernatural. Something evil is going on. Crash Bandicoot is not only a video game character, he's also an animated cartoon that has been running since 1989. Crash's cartoon didn't go into circulation.
Bring on the dinero!
Travis Scott versus Travis Touchdown.
We maybe in a second. The creator, Travis Scott, was brutally murdered by Travis Touchdown before the series was put into circulation. It was shelved until the first game was released. Many say that this is the Crash Bandicoot curse. The curse is real. The next day, you decide to check out the second game. This one is called Crash 2 Nuts and Bolts, and it's actually pretty good. But you can't stop thinking about how tired Crash looked in Crash 1. You beat Crash 2. It takes hours.
Finally, it's time for bed. As you lie in bed, the weariness hits you again. You consider calling in sick, but then what would happen? Your boss would probably fire you or assign you menial labor to survive the day. You pop Crash 1 back into the machine. It loads up normally. Crash still looks so tired. You barely notice how detailed it is. More detailed than you thought the PS1 could handle. The game begins once again. You quickly get tired again and close your eyes. This time something else catches your attention. You see a red mist surrounding the TV. The mist seems to be following you. You jolt awake, and the mist is gone. But in the game, Aku Aku now has a red aura of mist following him. You shake the cobwebs and decide to investigate. This is just a game, nothing to worry about. Just some weird mist, right? Wrong. As Aku Aku is freed from his box prison, he latches to Crash's face. The red mist fills his lungs. Crash asphyxiates and slowly dies. It is a much slower and more gruesome death than any other Crash game has allowed. You see his life force slowly drain away. It's like slow roasting on a spit. Aku has now assumed control over the game. He begins by making every villain in the game except himself invincible. Crash jumps at a crab. Crash dies. His feet are chopped off by the crab. You have 97 lives left. You know what you do what you can. You try to fix the game, but every time you make a mistake, Aku kills you and takes away another one of your life. You fight back with all your might. Finally, after avoiding all of the enemies, you make it to... Shit, what's the fucking... I can't remember the boss's name from Crash Bandicoot. You make it to Ripperoo. You have Toad dying to Ripperoo because he can reverse engineer power-ups for you. Ripperoo comes close to Crash. He begins to speak. Ripperoo has never spoken before. All he can say is, "Help me," for a TNT crate.
explodes near him, eliminating him from the game forever. You have to go on. You'll need to reach the tribal village and MTVville to get the vital power-up. You get to Koala Kong. He flexes and throws boulders. That's how I spell that. Boulders at you. But there's a sadness in his eyes. He's not attacking you for the fun of it. He's attacking you out of instinct. Crash slaughters him easily. Koala Kong lays dying on the floor. Crash looks at the camera. His eyes, the bags under his eyes. He looks as if he is as disturbed by this as much as you are. He hasn't slept either. But this isn't the end. The tribal village of NMTVville has a generator. You must reach it to recharge your life meter. Crash continues. To get to NMTV Village, he must pass through Pinstripe's lair. It's a long way to go. If he stops to fight the ghosts along the way, he'll lose too much life. Yet it's the only way. Pinstripe pulls out his gun. Where do you think you're going? Pinstripe says. NMTVville, you say, trying to sound brave. Spiky gave you the slip then. I'm not surprised. He's slippery. Yeah. Don't you want to sleep, Crash? Pinstripe says. Not when there's so much at stake. You look at the life meters. They're both halfway filled. Why do we fight? You say. Why do you fight? Pinstripe says. Pinstripe readies his gun. He fires blindly. A bullet slams into the back of your head. You feel your body going numb. As you slip into unconsciousness, you can hear your brother cry out in pain. You shut off the game and run into the hallway. You look at your reflection in the full-length mirror. Your blue skin contrasts against your black outfit. The back of your head has a long, deep gash that goes all the way down to the skull cap. You blink, and you're back to normal. But what was that? Your skin blue? Oh no, was this me in the story? Your skin blue? You run to find your mother, comforting your brother. Who's lying on the floor in a pool of blood. He has a bullet hole in his head. You kneel down to help him, but he pushes you away. You're not his emergency contact anymore. Knowing you can do nothing to help, you turn your PS1 on. Pinstripe is laughing. He puts his fist to the wall. Your skin begins to tingle. You're about to see something you shouldn't. You turn off the game. But why did you see that? In the blackness of the screen, you see a shape. It's just a glimpse, but it's there. You don't want to know. William, an electronic voice says, the time is now. You jump up in your chair. The game comes back on. You must kill Pinstripe. He laughs cruelly as he holds a little girl hostage. Then he points the gun at you. You see your reflection in the barrel of the gun. You look like a video game character. Pinstripe says, if you want to get to NMTV Village, he will kill this girl. Excuse me. Hold on one second. Travis Scott was brutally murdered by Travis Touchdown in 1989. So, thank you very much. 1989 is the answer. 2 years after 2 years after the bite of 87. Pinstripe says if you want to get to MTVville, he will kill this girl. Her name is Sophia. You don't know where that is, but you need to do something. What can you do? You rush Pinstripe. The gun goes off, and the girl is dead. You beat Pinstripe to death with your hands. After you kill him, you see the ECS info screen. You are Crash Bandicoot. You go downstairs and out the front door. You can hear sirens coming. The news talks of a dead girl in town. The culprit is still at large. Your brother, looking at you like you are a stranger, gives you a hug. He's happy that you are all right. But why does he look at you that way? You sit down at the kitchen table. Your mother brings in dinner for everyone. Mashed potatoes, greens, rice, and turkey. But on your plate, just sliced mango? No. Not mango. No. This is Wumpa fruit. No, surely. That doesn't exist. But as you eat it, it makes a pachoo sound. And you gain 1 life. You have a lot of questions, but your brother is the only one who can answer them. But he won't. He's so shy. Why isn't he my emergency contact? You run upstairs. No, wait. You run to the PSX and turn it on. Crash stands over the bloody, mangled corpse of Pinstripe. Potoro, whatever the fuck he is. Pinstripe Potoro. His eyes full of tears. He can't believe what he's done. You arrive at the cave full of ghosts. Paz, the ghost of the cave, tells you never to enter here again. Never to enter this cave, but you have no choice. You have to stop the beast down the well. You run past the ghosts clinging to the ceiling and screaming at you to give them enough space. The ghosts of the beast charge at you. They're so fast. Before you know it, the ghosts have vanished and the beast is closer than ever. You jump just as its mouth closes around you. You drop the controller and hit escape to end the game. You sit there in silence for a minute, thinking. The doorbell rings. I got it. Your mother opens the door. Two men in suits stand there. My daughter. They look at you as if you're a monster, a demon, a murderer, a thief. You shut the door. And they knock louder and louder. Sirens blare in the distance. You load up Crash Bandicoot. You reach the end of the cave. The beast waits. You make it to Cortex's castle. He holds the girl hostage on a tower. You run down the stairs and cannot stop the shaking of the ground. You don't want to look as the ghosts close in on you. Cortex holds his gun to Tana's head. You have to do something, but what? What can you do against an army of ghosts? You move the PSYOP sergeant out of the way just to get enough to get a shot at the bandit lord. Okay. Nope, 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 nope. That's in my mulligan. I'm taking it. What can you do against an army of ghosts? What will it be, Crash? This bandicoot's life? Or the beautiful girls? You know what you have to do. You get down on your knees. You know what to do. Please don't make me do this. I don't want to die. Cortex puts the gun in your mouth. Do it, and you are gone. The news the next day is somber. No one knows what to make of it. A young boy, a copy of Crash Bandicoot, and a fried PSX. A big botched robbery. The police have no clues. You move on with your life to college, where you meet another girl. You go out, have fun. Later, you have a family. You turn to your wife. She's blonde. Beautiful. and you're on the verge of death. You make it to the well. You put in a quarter. You hear a voice. A young girl. You can't tell if she's Old Valley or new. I'm sorry I let you die, you say. This was the well. The well at NMTville. It's identical to the one in Crash Bandicoot. You didn't make it either, says the girl. But your brother will. You turn to see a portal. It's the beast. It's massive. It has shredded bandages and a large hole in its stomach. Okay, you say, as the beast pulls you down to hell. A beautiful image of what your life could have been fleets in your dying brain. Your wife, Tana. Your kids, Coco and Nina. But it's all a lie. The newscaster is close to tears. I'm sorry, he says to the camera. As you can see, the culprit is me. The screen fades to static. You can't take it any longer. This pain. Then darkness. No. You are not doing a fake out ending. No more fake out endings. I'm sick of it, AI Dungeon. I'm sick of it. The end. It's the end, damn it. It's the end. Crash Bandicoot killed him. Well, Crash Bandicoot. Prepare the female Bandicoot. These are my fries. I dip them in the barbecue sauce. That's my Sprite. This is the weirdest episode. Like, I don't think it's gonna get weirder than this, to be honest. What if I just played Crash Bandicoot after this? I'm looking over all the cues I've made. This might be three episodes. We might have to do 3 fan fiction episodes. In fact, I've been floating the idea of buying a subscription to the multiplayer AI dungeon, and me and some of my streamer pals doing fan fiction, doing fan fiction stuff together. So, you know, if you're interested in that, let me know in the chat. Gonna drink me some Frosties. It's good cider. Okay. So. We have two that I definitely want to do. Crush that bandicoot! Oh, Crash Bandicoot. I invented it. I invented barbecue sauce. I'm sorry, I'll stop. Okay. We're doing it. I've been putting it off for too long. We're gonna actually do it this time. You are Smidge. Your best friends Branch, Queen Barb, Queen Poppy, Biggie, DJ Suki, Legsley, Cloud Guy, Guy Diamond, Tiny Diamond, Satin, and Chenille are all coming to visit for a troll holiday that's very similar to Halloween. They are all excited to show you their costumes. But lurking in the woods is something horrible. None of the other trolls are prepared to face the horrors that await them. They arrive at their camp cabins. The first troll arrives with his girlfriend. He has on a red dress and tiara. I'm so glad you're here, he says to you. We've been waiting for this moment. Smidge welcomes them with a loud but comforting scream. The next troll arrives wearing a green robe and carrying a staff. She's dressed in a long purple dress with an intricate pattern. Welcome to my cabin! Yells Smidge. Her heart is full. Her friends are merry and drinking. It is all she could want. But Branch says that outside the lights are going out. He has to go fix a generator. Queen Barb takes Smidge, Branch, and Queen Poppy out to the cabins. You stay here. I'll keep an eye on things, says Branch. I'll be back to visit in a bit. That's my Justin Timberlake voice. Poppy looks over at Barb. They exit the room together. Smidge is alone. She wanders back to the main part of the cabin. DJ Suki, who is alive, is eating cheese balls. I'm bored, says Smidge. Let's play Spin the Bottle! No way, says Biggie. Not while we're alone. Let's play Truth or Dare. Smidge spins the bottle and it lands on Branch. Branch isn't there. I'll go, says Smidge. No, you have to stay, says Biggie. It's dark. You should stay inside. Yeah, stay inside. Smidge laughs. She was joking. Anyway. Biggie thinks Mr. Dinkles doesn't need to see this adult behavior. So he takes him out to another cabin. Smidge and DJ get to have some one-on-one time. Oh no! Truth or dare, says Smidge. Truth, says DJ. Oh no, I really can't tell you. What is it, Smidge? I don't want to ruin the surprise. It's a surprise? Yeah, says Smidge, smiling. You have to play. They play spin the bottle. There's 2 people there. The bottle lands on Legsley. Truth or dare, says Smidge. Truth, says Legsley. Do you want to be on top or bottom when we get married? Legsley is flushed. She's so embarrassed. She runs out into the woods. This is all AI Dungeon. I didn't pick any of this. He follows her because he doesn't know what to do with the flowers he feels inside. Legsley, calls Biggie, laughing. Truth or dare, says Smidge again. DJ Suki says, dare. I dare you to get on all fours and bark like a dog, says Smidge. No, says DJ. You have to, says Smidge. DJ Suki doesn't want to look weak. So he does? It comes out sounding more like wah. Wah. You're a sissy, says Smidge. No, I'm not. DJ Suki punches Smidge in the arm. Smidge feels a little hurt, but keeps playing. Fine. Truth or dare for me. Truth, says Biggie, who's not even there. Do you want to be top or bottom when we get married? Asks Smidge. What? Oh, bottom, says Biggie. That's accurate. Biggie runs out of the building. Again. Smidge laughs really hard. And begins playing again. Outside, Branch yells, Legsley, I heard what you said. Don't come back. The next day, the first game is over. Branch and Smidge win a bunch of stuff. Bitchin', says Smidge. But Biggie isn't back yet. Where did he go? He even missed breakfast. He might as well have not even came. The other boys and girls are talking about him. I dare you to get on all fours and bark like a dog, says Smidge. No. DJ Suki says, Smidge, we're not playing anymore. Biggie is gone. Where did he go?
I don't know. Nobody knows.
Everyone stops talking. Where did he go? He wasn't even in the cabin last night. Maybe he left to the wilderness, but where would he go? Mr. Dinkles hops through the door. Meow. He says. Silence. Smidge looks forlorn. Why would Mr. Dinkles be without Biggie? Then a horrible thought. Mr. Dinkle, you took him, didn't you? Says Mr. Dinkles again.
He's dead, right?
Poppy looks mortified. There's no way Biggie is dead. Right, Barb? No, says Barbie. Mr. Dinkles walks towards you. He stops and stares into your eyes. I have Biggie. Mr. Dinkles points to the pile of wood. Smidge runs over to the wood and inspects it. DJ Suki picks up Mr. Dinkles. He's really dead, he says happily. Poppy turns and looks at you, her eyes begging you for forgiveness. Then, as she runs after DJ Suki runs through the woods. Poppy is calling out. Suki, wait. We have to stay together. You run after them. Barb is following. Smidge looks on in horror. The wood is nowhere near Biggie's size. What if he's dead? She says, tears streaming down her face. Oh geez, says Branch. Why'd you kill him?
I didn't kill anyone. You fucking twink.
Screams Smidge. We should go back, says Biggie's sister. The game is over. Fine, says Smidge. Everyone but Biggie's sister runs back to the cabins. They all try to sleep. Smidge is crying. No one knows where Biggie is. Then a scream. Biggie's sister. She was found dead in the communal bathroom. She had been strangled.
Who could have done this?
Says Smidge.
Was it with hair or hands?
I can only think of one person, says Branch. Everyone stops talking. Maybe they're thinking the same thing. I didn't do it, says Legsley. Poppy looks at the corpse. No, this wasn't a leg strangling. Barb comforts Poppy with a hug. She was killed by razor wire. It would have taken multiple people to strangle her and cut her up, says Branch. I didn't do it, says Smidge. I didn't say you did. But now that you mention it, says Branch. We're all suspects now. Nope, nope, nope. We need to find out who done it, says Legsley. No legs could have done this. They return to the main cabin. Maybe it was none of them. Schmidge didn't see a reason to accuse her friends. Why did Branch? Were their minds too addled by the drink? There was only one way to find out. You walk into the woods. It reminds you of last night. The strangulations and the cuts. Wait! You look into the darkness. They were calling you. It was a voice. Come out of the woods. You search the trees, but see nothing. Who's there? I know you're still here. Come on, I won't bite. Smidge runs into the woods to find you. Branch runs after her. Go back to the cabin, Smidge. You continue the search. The shadows surround you, mocking your own fear of the dark. I know you're right there. Branch finds Smidge sitting on a log in the woods. What the hell were you doing out here, Smidge? Branch barks. I heard a voice call to me, says Smidge. I didn't hear any voice. Yeah, well, I did. Let's go back to the cabin, all right? I'm not sticking around out here in the pitch black woods. Smidge begins running past Branch to the main cabin. DJ Suki wants to take everyone's mind off it with games and more booze. Hey, I'm missing some people, shouts Barb. Where the hell are Prissy and Fatty? I don't know. I can't find little bits either. Legsley says, I'll go look for them. You just enjoy the games. Smidge looks happy. Truth or dare, or spin the bottle? Smidge says, sleazily. Everyone but Biggles agrees to these games. Smidge spins the bottle. Oh well, he says, I guess we'll have to play without them. Everyone but you puts their hands in. The bottle lands on you. Smidge grins. You're it. But what? Oh, great, you say. Truth or dare? Truth, says Smidge. I heard that, barks a voice. Smidge looks at Biggie. Truth, huh? Where were you last night after you left? Shut up, says Biggie. You were drunk and unconscious in the woods. That's where I found you. So what? So you have to go. Fine. Biggie leaves. Smidge looks pissed, but composes herself. Who's next? You are. Okay, that's weird. People are dead, but it's a troll's job to party. They have to. They have to party to live. Branch leaves to find more firewood. Poppy and Barb hunker down under a blanket to feel more secure. Smidge, maybe we should stop, Poppy says. Smidge lashes out. I'll tell you when we should stop. Poppy grabs her bottle of booze and chugs the rest of it. Fine, I'm done. Let's go to sleep. She wraps herself in a blanket and drips off to sleep. Smidge starts to tear up. She has to find out what's going on. Someone isn't telling the truth. You tell her to get Biggie, and someone should go for Little Bits and Prissy. If you go look for Little Bits, you could convince her to come back. Smidge goes into the woods. Little Bits, she cries. Prissy, Biggie Wiggle, Biggie Wiggle. No response. She sits down on the ground and hugs her knees. I'm scared, she cries. I don't want to die. She hears another scream. Muffled. She runs back to the main cabin. Did you hear that? She screams. Smidge and the trolls at the cabin wander into the woods, following the scream. If you go back to the cabin, you could pretend you didn't hear anything. If you go into the woods, you could find out what's going on. Smidge presses on. Poppy and Barb are scared. They follow her. If you go back to the cabin, you could pretend to sleep in your hammock. You wait until everyone leaves to go look for Little Bits and Prissy. Smidge finds the source of the screams. A troll's been feeding on Little Bits. The blood hasn't even dried on her yet. Smidge picks up a rock and lets it go. The rock smashes the troll in the head. Ow! says the murderer. Smidge runs after them, but can't catch up. She stops to yell at him. You didn't have to kill her, you prick! The trolls must have escaped into the woods. Smidge drops to her knees, defeated. Another friend gone. Why did this happen? Barb's too scared and crying to say anything. You squat next to Smidge. I don't know. You hand her a bottle of whiskey. Here. Smidge hugs Poppy and drinks the whiskey. She smashes the bottle. Fuck it. If I die, I die. Choking the life from that bastard's neck. Smidge runs into the woods as Poppy and Barb follow like good little campers. Smidge catches up with them. Prissy, where are you? Over here, says a scared voice. Smidge runs to see Prissy hiding behind a tree. She's wet, cold, and shivering. What happened? I was hiding. I saw a troll. Oh, I was hiding. I saw a troll. Where? Asked Smidge. Right there. She points to a part of the shrubs that looks like someone had run through recently. Let's get out of here, says Smidge. I want to stay and kill it, says Prissy. Fine, stay then, says Smidge. Smidge parts the shrub. It's you. Wait. It's the killer. But it's... Why did they kill them? They're little children. Trolls aren't known to kill children. You can choose to kill the killer before they get away, or chase after them and try to find out what happened. Smidge tackles the killer before they can run. They roll in the dirt fighting for dominance. It's ugly and getting violence, but you don't have time to watch. You grab them and drag them up and out of the clearing. Smidge punches the killer in the face. The moonlight illuminates the killer's face, revealing it was all a dream. You wake up. Come on! Thank you, sir, says the camper. I was having a nightmare. You nod. It was a nice dream. Nope. Mulligan again. Fuck it. I'm taking 2 mulligans. I don't care. It was all the troll known as Hideous. I could have told you that, says Smidge. No, you couldn't have, says Hideous. I was too scared. Prick. Why is that the most in character in her? Prick. Branch comes running out of the shrubs. He has a net and stakes. Use the net, Branch. Branch looks at Smidge and does nothing. Branch, you disappointing sack of hammers. Branch, you disappointing sack of hammers. Branch timidly takes the net and stakes and begins to chase after Hideous. What do you want to do, Smidge? There's no need for a trial, says Smidge. DJ Suki looks horrified, but agrees. Smidge spits on him before continuing. Let's kill him. That's the dumbest thing I've heard all day, says Hideous. Hear that, Suki? Hideous looks sarcastic and perturbed. But the expression quickly changes as the trolls gather around the net. No, please! Cries Suki. Smidge frowns but lowers her head. She raises her rifle. Don't do it, Smidge. You didn't want this. You get it, she aims. A Branch interrupts her aim. Do you really want to end the world, says Branch. You grab the rifle and aim it at him. What? I have to stop this now. No more of my friends can die today, Smidge says. You can't just leave me here to be killed. You need me. I do, but the world doesn't. She aims at his head. Birds fly away as a gunshot thunder claps through the trees. You see Branch's body fall to the ground. Smidge, please stop, says a figure in a hooded cloak. It's not Hideous, but you do not know who it is. I'm sorry, says Smidge. The hooded figure hugs Smidge. I'm sorry it ended like this. The hooded figure removes their hood. It was Calvin. Bastard. Calvin dies. Smit dies. The world ends. Epilogue. Smidge is basking in the sun next to a lake of fire. In the woods, she was part of a plot much bigger than anyone could have known. Biggie's sister Little bits. They were just caught in the crossfire. Little Bits was found dead on the bathroom floor. Her throat was cut. That's what happens. DJ Suki walks up to Smidge with a plate of hot dogs. Come on. We should find some place to lie low. I'll be in the middle of the woods someplace, and no funny business. She sits down next to you. Smidge puts a hot dog in her mouth and begins to cry. I wanted to save the world. You did, but I did it for you. Don't worry. Smit nods as she eats. I guess that's supposed to be Smidge. Poppy and Barb ride on a bat. When this is all over, I'm gonna find that monster that did this to you. And when I do, I'm gonna tear him apart. You grab Smidge and hug her. I can't believe Branch is dead, says Poppy. Barb nods. 4 years later. Bastard, you whisper to the wind. You wake up at 8 a.m., piss and get dressed. You head down to the kitchen and read the paper. Killer caught. The headline says, Smidge puts down her coffee. And reads on. Does this even change anything? Smidge says. DJ Suki pours herself some coffee. I don't know. But maybe it's closure. And we can get on with our lives in this new world. Big D grabs a cup of coffee and sits down. I agree. That doesn't change anything. We're all still dead. The world's still ending. You nod. But at least you're at peace. The end. Will come soon, but that's a good thing this time. You look at your friends and smile. The end. Okay. That was like the weirdest fucking one. What the fuck? What happened? Hey, I just had a fucking awful thought. The world that Smidge creates when she kills Branch and the hooded person comes out and kills those two people is Terraria. The Terraria Let's Play is canon. DJ Suki's just off screen. Okay. I'm gonna look through all the other stories we have left. I'm getting a little bit tired, but I might. We've been going for almost 3 hours. We probably got time for one more. Do you want me to just read out all the stories we have left? and everyone gets to pick. Okay, we can do. We can do Dead by Daylight, Vitakora, Clone High, Mickey Mouse, or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4 Diamond is Unbreakable. Whichever of these we don't do right now, we'll probably do next week or next time we do this. We do this this storytelling thing. Because the prompts are pre-written. I've already written all of the prompts. The Mickey Mouse one is very long prompt, so I experimented. Some of the prompts are very short, some of the prompts are very long. I should have made more short prompts. Like the Seinfeld prompt was very short, and it was one of the best ones, so. So let's figure it out. Okay. Everyone's doing Mickey. You are Minnie Mouse. Your friends Goofy, Donald, Daisy, and Mickey are all going on a trip to the beach. You've spent all day in the nice hot sun, soaking up the waves and relaxing. But as the night falls, you and your friends decide to seek shelter under the pier. The boardwalk is crawling with folks enjoying their night at the carnival. Minnie gets the urge to use the restroom, so she goes up onto the boardwalk. On her way out of the bathroom, she sees all of her friends have left to find games and rides to pass the time. But you see a man on the beach. Something is off about him. His hair is long and matted, and he seems to have some sort of knife in his hand. He watches you from behind a large rock. Hey Minnie, come over here for a second. I think we should play some hide and seek together sometime. Minnie runs off deep into the carnival. She turns. The man is gone. Well, that's all it takes to stump AI Dungeon. 4 years pass. You are 16 now. In the last 4 years, your hometown has undergone some massive changes. The carnival has moved away. Its owner was arrested for tax evasion. You call your friend Mickey. How you feeling, big guy? I'm okay. I don't even go here anymore. I think I like it though. It's not as big, but I don't need to worry about anyone recognizing me. That's good, says Minnie. What's with this fucking Metal Gear Solid music? Hold on. I gotta find new. Give me just a second. I'm just gonna. Yeah, this one was good last time. You turn to see her holding a large beach ball. Minnie wants to return to the beach. But her parents tell her it's not a good idea. She could relive the trauma. "10 years pass. You are now 20. That's not how time works. You join the military. You're stationed in Iraq. You hate it here. Here, I'm gonna turn the music up. You hate it here. You spend every day in your tent looking at a picture of the beach. The sand of the Iraqi desert. I guess the Iraq desert. Iraq desert. It reminds you of the beach. You look at your fellow soldiers. All of them are young like you. They're all in it for life. But you're here to stay. You look at the sands of the deserts through your gun sight. 5 years pass. You're at the funeral for your superior officer, DJ Suki. You're told by your commander or your CO that the war is nearing its end. You think it's bullshit. You don't care. You don't want to die for a corrupt government that sends its children to war because of their religion. You request to be transferred out of here. You're sent to Los Angeles, California. Mickey helps you pull your bags out of the car. You get into your house. And finally, you're home. Your dad the squid. I did see that, but I promise you I was already going to write that. Man, this feels great. I could get used to this, you remark. Well, oh, man, this feels great. I get used to this. Well, that's good. Don't you think this is a pretty nice place? Asks Minnie. You betcha, says Mickey. Donald and Goofy stop by. Hiya, Mick. You want to go down to the beach? Yeah, we're headed down there now. Oh, hey, Minnie, says Donald. Oh, God. I just heard there's fan art in the disc. Fuck yes. Oh, my God. Okay. I'm going to show this fan art at the end of the stream if Mars will give me permission. Oops. Well, that was an accident. I forgot I forgot. I'm sorry. I forgot that this does screen capture. Oops. I'm sorry. Sorry. I haven't said so that. Okay. I have permission. That's good. Okay. I hope I didn't. Did anybody see anything gross or bad?
Travis Scott and Travis Touchdown fight to the death.
Okay. I'll put that in this story as well. Travis Scott is invading every story. The whole crew head to the beach, drinking and having fun. You lay in the sun, soaking up all the heat. I'm home, you suddenly yell. You turn to see Veronica. Veronica. You haven't seen her since you were deployed for an illegal war by George W. Bush. God damn it. It's hard to type with this mic in front of me. Hey, Veronica. What's new? You ask in a friendly tone. Not much. What's new with you? She asked. She's carrying a bag of chips. Veronica must be on a diet. Mickey pulls out a newspaper. You hear about Travis Scott? Pretty fucked up, he says. Goofy nods. Him and Travis Touchdown? Pretty wild. Yeah, I remember them being on the same squad together. Why? You ask. The two talk kid stuff while you stand around, feeling out of place. Travis and his brother were friends of yours. But in the end, neither of them made it back home. All that remains of them are their boots back in Iraq. You tell Veronica you're heading down to the tide pools. You walk out to sea, looking at the rocks and shells. You remember your last deployment. You didn't even want to go on that deployment. But night falls. And the carnival does not come. But in its absence, there's a little arcade. The gang get some beers and play some rounds of their favorite games. But Minnie just stares at the water. And in the darkness, the man is standing by the shore. He holds out a red can to you. Here, kid, want a smoke? He asks in a slurry voice. Sure, you reply, lighting up. Thanks, man. You know, I was a veteran too, the man replies. His face is run down, with a long beard and a head of unkempt hair. Of course, you reply, taking a head off the bong. Of course. The tragedy you faced as a child is nothing to you now. You saw that man and thought he was a monster. But he was only a monster because his country said it needed a monster. You get it now. It's not Travis Scott. I was there, man. I saw it, says the man. I fought in Iraq. You were there? You question, shocked. Mickey walks out to see Minnie and the man sharing a bong. He knows he wants to ask her what they're doing, but he also knows that the Minnie he loved before the war is dead. He sits on the shore, lighting up a cigarette. I was, the man replies. Took the best years of my life. Then again, I saw many lose their entire lives. I almost wish I was one. Like Travis. Or Suki. You knew Travis Scott? Minnie replies. I did. Him and his little brother were some of the best men I ever knew. I'd go for a walk with him and his little brother would point out every animal in the desert, man. Minnie dusts her hands off. Well, I gotta go. Pretend to be normal. Keep on keeping on, man. Semper Fi or whatever bullshit they sold you. Minnie says. She walks into the arcade. I'm Forrest, says the man. Mason, you reply, shaking his hand. This is my best friend John, you say, waving. How old are you, Forrest? Does it matter? The man disappears. Was he ever really there? Or just a memory? Minnie doesn't care. She walks into the arcade. Everything is right tonight. The world has no justice. And those in power will use the poor as pawns. But at least everything is okay in the arcade. Everything is okay at the beach. And the only whores attacking are the horrors of war. The end. Huh? What? The end of innocence has come, but so will the dawn of a new age. The man appears again. He lays down to you. Don't cry, my little Forrest. Everything will be okay. Minnie holds Forrest's head. Blood. A flash. It's gonna be okay, Forrest. Many lies. As the camera pans and fades away. Okay. AI dungeon, you're gonna have to learn to take the end for an answer. The end. You got the cowboy. Okay, well. That was AI Dungeon 2. One of my favorite video games ever made because it's terrible. I hope you enjoyed my stories of DJ Suki and the trolls and the Travis Scott and the funny. He dips his fries in barbecue sauce. Who does that? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? He dips his fries in the barbecue sauce. Oh, one thing before I go. If Plastic Flowers and Casmic999 agree to it, I can show off their fan art from previous episodes. Just say in chat if you want me to show it off. Casmic agrees. That is such a good story. I'm so, not to toot my own horn, but fucking hell. Just Candace and Saw is the best idea I've ever had. Thank you, Casmic999. The next is by Plastic Flowers. If I can figure out how to get on screen. Here we go. Bradley, 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 Bradley. Thank you so much for watching. Tell your friends, and we are going to do a raid in a minute. Everybody, please stick around. I have enjoyed the fuck out of this episode, and I hope you have too. But I have to ask, do you want to be the top or bottom when we get married?